Shalom. We are the Isupk coming out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander General Yohana. And today's topic is, the man is the head regardless. The Christian church, who of course is backed by the white man, will have you thinking that the black man's headship is based on the circumstance. You see what I'm saying? If he has a job and he's paying all the bills and he's doing this and he's doing that, then I guess he can be the head. That's not the way that the Lord ordained things.
Right.
The Lord didn't set things up like that. You see what I'm saying? The head is the head. As a matter of fact, black women, your boss at work, he's not paying your bills. It's actually the company that's cutting your check. He ain't paying nothing.
Right.
Your supervisor's not paying your bills. None of your bills is coming out of his pocket. You see what I'm saying? But at the same time, you do what he tells you to do. If you're his secretary, you'll do what he says to do.
Right.
If he tells you I need a certain amount of paperwork, I need this paperwork done, that paperwork done, you'll go and you'll do it. You'll prove yourself to him. You see what I'm saying? If you're in school, whatever your professor, who is not paying none of your bills, tells you to do, you'll do it. You see what I'm saying? Your Christian pastor, who's not paying any of your bills, if he tells you to do something, you will do it. You see what I'm saying? So how much more so your man at the house, regardless of whether he's working or not. You see what I'm saying? Regardless of whether he has a job or he don't have a job. Or, whatever the damn case is, he's still your head, regardless.
Right.
If you sit there and you can sit there and say to him, if you do all of these things, then you my head. But if you don't, then you're not. That puts you in charge. You're in charge. You're telling him, as long as you do what I say you should do, then I'll let you be the head. That's what you're really saying for real. So now you got to ask yourself the question, then, if it's like that, then who's really in charge? She will be in charge whether he has a job or he don't. You see what I'm saying? Before we go into this scripture, did you want to say anything, Officer Nakashiwan?
Yeah, I want to bring out how the woman, you in a household with the man and woman, no matter who making more money, if the woman making more money than a man, or a man making more money than a woman, the man is in charge, period.
Right. Yeah, the man is in charge, period. It don't matter. Let me go into this scripture right quick. 1 Timothy chapter 2 and verse 12.
But I suffer not a woman to teach.
Let's break this. I suffer a woman not to teach, right? What does this mean? She's not supposed to be having this Bible and teaching the laws.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? She's not supposed to be trying to break down the commandments and all of that. You know what I'm saying? If a sister starts to come into the truth or whatever, and her man's not in the truth, it's not her responsibility to be like, well, such and such gave me this breakdown, and I'm going to break it down to you. No. That's not how it goes, and that don't go on in the Isupk.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? If that man want to learn, he's going to learn, and he's going to have it broken down from another man. Because, see, if the woman is teaching him the commandments and all of that, right, she's going to think she is in charge. But she can't break down these scriptures like that and teach him the commandments. She's going to give him some perverted feminist version of her breakdown of the commandments that come from the white man, that come from the Christian church. Because she doesn't have the spirit in her to do this. You see what I'm saying? Is that, go ahead and read that, take that from the top.
Okay. 1 Timothy chapter 2, verse 12. But I suffer not a woman to teach.
Suffer is the old English word that means allow. He's saying he don't allow a woman to teach. The Apostle Paul was the second head in command of the nation of Israel at this time. You see what I'm saying? He was second up under Peter. You see what I'm saying? Just like what General Mahayman is up under commanding General Yahan. And if he said this thing is solid.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? This is solid, and this decree shall be taken forth all throughout the land, in the nation of Israel, within our nation. Go ahead and read that and keep that going.
Nor to usurp authority. Nor to usurp authority over the man.
Said, I suffer a woman not to teach, comma, nor to usurp authority over the man. She's not supposed to usurp authority over a man in any damn thing. In nothing.
Damn right.
She's not supposed to usurp, you know what I'm saying, the authority over him. She's not supposed to be trying to take over the house herself. Right. You see what I'm saying?
Right. She's
not supposed to, because, you know, this is one of the things, because you have to look at also who she's being taught by. Even though she's being taught by the man, she's still taking in other things. You see what I'm saying? And what she's actually trying to do, she's trying to make those other things the government system of the house, is what she's actually trying to do.
Damn right.
You see what I'm saying? Because she has a inclination, you know what I'm saying? Just like Eve was beguiled, she's also beguiled, just like her foremother. She has an inclination to want to take authority inside the house. Black man, you have to check this. You have to see it coming. You have to check it at the gate. You see what I'm saying? You have to do this.
All right. If I could.
Go ahead.
Black men in America is under absolute oppression under the white man. And your woman trying to take the same structure under the white man, the government structure, and put it in your household and make you under her. When he already getting oppressed at work. And you hate your father for this because he walked out on your mother because he can't take this no more. He getting oppressed every single day at work. Then he come home and then got to be oppressed by your mother, man. Right. A man can't take that. You can't. A man can't get strong with a woman that's trying to be authority, trying to be over him, trying to be a figure over him. It don't work like that, man.
Right. Exactly. That's very heavy that this officer just brought out. That's very heavy right there because, you know, the man, you know, and sometimes correction is not going to come nicely. When you got a woman whose mindset is halfway bent on having a situation like this inside the home, black man, you can't sit there and let the world tell you, you know, well, you should only talk nice.
Right.
You gotta only talk nice. You can't let the world do that to you.
Right.
You can't let that happen. Because what they want to do, you see, a lot of the times what it's about is, you know, the issues inside the house is not, you know, concerning her is not right and wrong.
Right.
It's concerning who's going to be the authority figure inside the house. Who's going to run the house. You see what I'm saying? Whether it's going to be her up under the white man, or it's going to be you up under the authority of the Most High.
Right.
Setting your house in order like what you're supposed to do. You see what I'm saying? If you king of the castle, kingship is not always soft and nice and sweet.
Right.
You look at any king that's been in the earth, you see what I'm saying? You look at any king in the earth, sometimes he done had to be harsh. In order to make sure that his kingdom is established the right way. Which we will go into that also later on in this class. I'll give you some more of that.
But to be in silence. Verse 13. For Adam was first formed, then Eve.
Adam was first formed, then Eve. Why is he mentioning this? This is the order. Right here. Before Adam ever had a job, you see what I'm saying? This order was established. A And you can't use the Christian church and use Satan and use the white man to override this layout right here. You can't do that. Black man, take your damn authority in your house. Take it.
Right.
You don't negotiate for it. You damn take it.
Damn right.
That's what you got to do. You can't negotiate with your woman on who's going to be the authority figure and then sit there and say, well, you know, both of us is going to be the king. You see what I'm saying? When she calling herself a queen, that's what she's really calling herself. Right. Is the king.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? She's not calling herself a queen.
Right.
She's saying I'm king and queen. Right. In her mind, she's wearing both crowns.
Damn right.
You see what I'm saying?
Damn right.
And you, on the other hand, will have no crown. Damn right? You will be the one bringing the dishes, you know what I'm saying? Bringing the dishes and the hors d'oeuvres and the delicacies of the kingdom to her and who her king is, the white man.
Right. Damn right.
Your woman's goal, if she's not in the ISUPK, is to have you as a servant. Right? And while she wears both crowns, she'll take one crown off of her head, give it to the white man. She wants you bringing them breakfast in bed. That's what she really wants. She wants to be in bed with him and for you to be the butler. That's why that movie The Butler came out. That movie The Butler with Oprah Winfrey and all that came out to show black men, according to her, how you should be. You should be the butler.
Right.
No queen marries the goddamn butler. Get this understood.
Right.
She don't marry the butler. She don't marry the court jester. She doesn't marry the damn eunuch. You see what I'm saying? All the things that she's saying you should be is the things that she doesn't want. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, she wants them, no doubt. She wants the eunuchs inside the house. She wants the men that are neutered inside the castle. She wants that, but not as her husband. You see what I'm saying? She does not want the butler. Yes, she wants the butler, but she wants the butler in the house to bring the drinks.
Right. Right.
To bring the food.
Right.
To sit there and be like the big black dude in Shirley Temple, you know what I'm saying? She wants you to be that. While on the other hand, her king is the damn white man.
Right.
If your woman ain't in the ISUPK, your woman wants the white man.
Right. If I could.
Go ahead.
All women outside of the ISUPK got a natural knack of wanting to be worshipped. They want their man to worship them. Like what also Tarab said, in her mind, she wearing both crowns. The kings and the queen. Because she wants you to be her servant. She wants you to wash the dishes, to clean the house. She wants you to cook and bring the food to her. That's the woman's job, man. But she wants you to be a servant to her. Because she want to feel like she's worshipped.
Right.
The black woman got the goddamn white man, the police on her side. She got Oprah Winfrey on her side. Hillary Clinton on her side. Black man, who do you have on your side?
Exactly. You know, and that's heavy that officer just brought that out. Because that is what the woman, the black woman, the black and Hispanic and Native Indian woman that's not in the ISUPK, that's what they want. That's exactly what they want. Because, see, they love this kingdom. Because this kingdom tells them, if I want to be a whore, I can be a whore.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? If I want to be a dyke, if I want to be a lesbian, I can be a lesbian. You see what I'm saying? They tell them that. And they tell them whatever it is that they want to be. You see what I'm saying? That's why the black woman that's not in the ISUPK is so damn quick to go in the way of the dodo bird.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? That's why they're so quick to do that. Because they like, wait a minute, you telling me I gotta have some type of structure if I'm with you. Right. But the white man says, I got all of these freedoms.
Right.
So who the hell are you?
Damn, right.
And she flies off and she goes into the way of the dodo bird. You know what I'm saying? She ends up pregnant by some dude and some brother that's in the world, or an Edomite, or whatever in the hell. You know what I'm saying? She winds up, screwing them and doing what she wanted them to do. You know what I'm saying? And, and you're forced to leave her totally alone. You see what I'm saying? Because if you actually do get back with her, now you're in sin. You see what I'm saying? Your woman done been with other men and shit, you get back with her, you're in sin. You see what I'm saying? She is to take the instruction that is given to her while she is with you. And one of the reasons why they're not doing that, because they don't understand their role, and if they do get the knowledge of their role, they don't want to follow it.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, right.
Unless she puts herself up under the tutelage of the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge, and she survives the trial of fire for her. You see what I'm saying? Let's go more into the scriptures. Let's see. Let's go to Ecclesiasticus in the Apocrypha, chapter 25 and verse 23. The white man is the devil that the Bible speaks of. Let me make that clear, just like I try and make a point to do in every class. The white man is the devil. You have to sit there and filter out what philosophy are you getting from him. What you have to, when you in your walk of life, you have to think, where is this coming from? Where is that knowledge coming from? You see what I'm saying? Because the knowledge of this kingdom is to make the black man weak, because you are in direct opposition to the white man.
Right.
He knows who you are. He knows you're his enemy.
Right.
And he knows by him grinding and crushing you into powder that's how he's going to stay on top. So what does he do? He puts your woman over you. He puts your flighty, simple woman over you and gives her power to oppress you via him. You see what I'm saying? That's how the white man operates. That's how the devil, who is the white man, that's how he operates. We got to get the hell out of that. And see, and another way that he operates is, feminism doesn't have power unless it has to have black feminism. I'm not worried about white feminism. Let them destroy the white man. I don't care anything about that.
Damn right.
You know what I'm saying? Black feminism is powered by, really, in reality, when y'all boil it down, it's powered by black men that they get to side with them. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Because if you just leave the woman, right, and say if black feminism was only made up of the women, that's it. It would have no power.
Right.
And they would have no choice but to submit.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, right.
Because it ain't never been an army of women that's ever took over anything.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? I've never seen an army of women, you know what I'm saying, of all women, right, take over nothing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Look at the damn history.
Right.
Go all the way from Genesis to Revelations. Go all the way from all the, any historical records. See if there ever was an army that took over any damn thing, or army of women that took over any damn thing. They always had to have men backing them on their side. Jezebel had to have men. She had to have men backing her. It wouldn't have never worked without that. You see what I'm saying? The white man, being a damn sorcerer, knows this. And the white woman, the white woman feminist movement, is guided by the white man. It's financed by the white man. He tells the feminists, you know what I'm saying, that's running around like a butch what to do. Mm-hmm. And she does it. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, right.
But she goes to the black woman like she's running things or whatever. And the black woman finds out that the white man is actually in control of what she's doing. You see what I'm saying? So now the black woman, with her inclination, to usurp the black man and everything, she sees the white man in her sights. You see what I'm saying? Who she really wants for real. She really wants the white man for real.
Right.
That's the thing about it. And the white woman knows this. The white woman uses this to her advantage. She knows who she really wants. You see what I'm saying? So what she does is she uses her to keep control over that black man, because that black man is the next power that's coming up.
Right.
So she helps the white man to abate that by the feminist movement. You see what I'm saying? And the black woman, being in her simplicity, she thinks the feminist movement is about women getting power. It's all about the woman getting power. Those feminist women, feminist white women, during the time of World War II, they were the ones that were making bullets for the white man so that the white man could take over other kingdoms.
Damn right.
You see what I'm saying? That I am woman, hear me roar. You see those same women making bullets for white men. But the black feminist women wouldn't help out black men. You see what I'm saying? The damn, and they do the same stuff to us every time, because the white woman knows that the black woman that is not in the Isupk real desire is for a white man. And they know that. Right. And they use that to their advantage. You see what I'm saying? That's why they go to the black woman and say, you're a strong black woman. Do this, do that. You don't need no man. You don't such and such a, but she got a man. I knew a sister one time, this sister right here, she had a black man, of course. This black sister had a black man. And this white woman, and she told about her problems with her black man to a white woman. And this white woman had a black man. That white woman told her, you don't need him. You a strong black woman. You a strong black woman. You don't need him. And you know what? It's awfully funny, because that white woman's black man did not work. But she told her, you see what I'm saying? She told her that her black man, that she didn't need her black man, while she had a black man herself.
Right.
That was a byproduct of the feminist movement and everything that happened during the time of the late 60s and 70s. You see what I'm saying? That was a byproduct of that. The white woman gained the black woman up, told her she don't need her man, and then went and took the black men. That's why interracial marriages boomed during the time of like the late 70s, early 80s, and from then on. That same white woman went back and took up all the black men.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? That's why black men be with the fat, nasty white woman.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? That's why he's with her. He's with the fat, nasty white woman, because you sat there, you black women let that white woman gang your dumb ass up into thinking that you don't need no black man. You sat there and took charge and said, I don't need a black man, while she ran her fat, nasty ass behind and took up all the black men. How damn stupid do you feel, Queen? Come on, Queen. Tell me, you know what I'm saying? You just got outsmarted by a goddamn dog. Go back into the scriptures some more. As a matter of fact, yeah, give me Ecclesiastes. Ecclesiastes in the Apocrypha, chapter 25 and verse 23. Let me say something right quick. How do you feel that knowing that you're the queen and you got outsmarted by a goddamn dog?
Right.
You got outsmarted by a fat, nasty squid billy. You got outsmarted by a goddamn squid billy dog. How your crown feel? Huh? How your goddamn crown feel now? Go ahead.
Ecclesiasticus, chapter 25, verse 23. A wicked woman abideth the courage. It's like, a wicked woman abateth the courage, make it a heavy countenance and wonder heart.
Now, a wicked woman, our women are taught to be wicked in this kingdom. They're taught that wicked is good. That wicked is righteousness. You see what I'm saying? So now when you think, when you got a race of women that think like that, man, anything is going to go now. Anything can go now. You see what I'm saying? Because she's calling, as the scriptures say, woe unto them that call evil good and good evil. Our women have been taught to call good evil in this kingdom. You see what I'm saying? Go ahead.
In distress, make weak hands and feeble knees. It's like feeble knees.
Making weak hands and feeble knees. And one of the reasons why our women is like this because they love the white man, because they believe that if they serve him and they be his servant, that they're going to be a partaker in all the, in whatever it is that he's able to take from the black man. They're going to be partakers of this. They inspire to be his wife. Deep down inside, they've been inspired to be his wife. You see what I'm saying? And the feminist movement, and black women that are feminists, their whole goal is to be with a white man. That's their whole goal. Their whole goal is to be with the white man. That's it. You see what I'm saying? That's their whole purpose behind that. When they become lesbians, when they become book writers, artists and stuff like that, like what is that, Maya Angelou and all of them, and then they become lesbians. That they don't want a woman for real. That's not the core. That's not the real deal of what they want. You see what I'm saying? They really want that white man. They're using the lesbianism to be a stepping stool to lead them to what it is that they really want. You see what I'm saying? They want that. They want that white man, and that's what they're on a quest for. And the white woman she's not as stupid as she is.
Right.
She knows that. And she understands that. That's why feminist white women, they have meetings. That the feminist black women are excluded from coming to these meetings. And they have these meetings in these old slave houses. You see what I'm saying? That's where they have the meetings at, to put them back in the spirit of slavery and the black woman being the bed wench. You see what I'm saying? They put because when they're having the meetings inside those type of houses, that puts a certain spirit inside that house to where they say these black bitches are trying to take our place. You see what I'm saying? That's what they're really saying for real. And these are the same ones that stirring black women up to be feminists.
Right.
Okay, but they're not gonna let that happen.
Right.
And the white man ain't gonna let it happen either, because he's gonna always love the white woman.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's his natural counterpart. She's natural for him. Your black ass ain't.
Right. If I could,
Go ahead.
the black woman, with her thinking she queen and with moving with the feminist movement, she's so selfish to her nation. She desire what the white man can do for her financially, for her job, for her career. But she not thinking about what the white man can do for her nation. See what I'm saying? Like the black woman, she'll belittle her man all day in the house. She'll go off running her mouth, but at the job, if the white man check her, she gonna be like, she gonna correct her ways. She gonna talk soft and she gonna come correct back to her boss. But if it's a black man in the house and he correct his that so-called queen in his house, she got to run her mouth and she talking to him all kind of ways crazy. She telling him he needs to get a job. The black woman can be outrageous, just rude sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Like the black man, he can be off work because he hurt. You know what I'm saying? And she will use that against him. She was tell him he needs to get his crippled ass up and find a job. So I'm saying, when he asks for some liquor, she gonna ask him, do he got liquor money?
Right.
A black man, he can't become strong with a woman like that in his house.
Right. You know, he has to put her in check and subdue her. Just like it said, the Most High said in Genesis. He said for the man to be fruitful, multiply, and replenish the earth. And he also said to what? Subdue it. You got to start with subduing your house. You got to start with that. That's why the Apostle Paul said, if no man can rule his own house, how is he going to rule over the churches of God? You see what I'm saying? Because the woman will be in control. Right. And the white man will be over her.
Right.
And you will become the butler, the janitor, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
With no voice, with no thoughts, you know what I'm saying? Bald-headed, shaved face, you know what I'm saying? You'll become that. Run around some halfway effeminate smelling cologne, you know what I'm saying, and some fruity clothes with, you know, with a pink shirt on and a damn suit vest and all that. You'll be what she wants you to be.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
And she will be more attracted to that white man because she has to prove herself to him. This is one thing that you black men don't understand. Black men, one of the laws of attraction is when the woman has to prove herself to a man. You see what I'm saying? No woman is attracted to a man who she don't have to prove herself to.
Right.
Gonna keep that, you know what I'm saying? That's what's real. No woman is attracted to a man that she ain't gotta prove herself to. And if she has sex with this man or whatever, whom she don't have to prove herself to, he's nothing but a tool to her.
Right.
That's it. He's a tool to create another, he's to procreate and make another weak black man and another dominant woman.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
He's a breeding tool for her to breed more slaves. That's it.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, right.
That's all.
Right.
Now you know why your woman is more attracted to her white boss at work than you. You see what I'm saying? Because you not set the standard where she should have to prove herself to you. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
That's where respect and stuff like that come into play at. She ain't got to prove herself to you. She ain't got to respect you or any of that. Hell, you just, you know what I'm saying? You just like a mannequin for real.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. And if I could.
Go ahead.
A lot of you out there, you hate your father, and you don't know why you hate your father. You just hate your father because he wasn't around on birthdays, goddamn Halloween and Christmas. The real reason why your father wasn't around is because of your mother. Because your mother belittles that man, and he can't be around that. He can't take that oppression. So you say, my mama is a strong woman, and she was a strong figure in the house. She was my mama and my father. That's what you say.
Right.
If you said your father was your father and your mother, that you couldn't even picture somebody saying that. That's the same thing. You can't say that your mother was your mother and your father. How could he be around when she asked him for money? Every time he asked, can you see his children? He got to pay a goddamn fine. He got to pay a fine for your love, for your attention.
Right.
God damn.
Yeah, that's horrible right there. You know what I'm saying? That is damn flat out horrible. You know what I'm saying? She gonna sit there and hold that man under tribute. She gonna extort that man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
She gonna sit there and try and extort that man, you know, so she can keep the power over him being able to see his kids, or whether he see his kids or not.
Mm-hmm.
That's horrible right there, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, right.
Give me some more.
Okay. Verse 24. Of the woman came the beginning of sin, and through her.
Oh, wait a minute. Let's stop right there. Through the woman came what?
Beginning of sin.
Through the woman became the beginning of sin. Always put this in mind. Always keep this in mind. Because the Christian church, this is what the Christian church will do. The Christian church will say, well, Adam wasn't being a man. So, everything was just on Adam. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
When Adam was supposed to check Eve about being with the serpent. But then the Christian church tell you, no, see, you can't do that. You can't do that. You can't, if she with the serpent, then obviously, something with the serpent that the serpent had that you didn't have. Mm-hmm. See? Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? Because, see, the serpent had knowledge. You see what I'm saying? And you was just tilling the ground and all of that. But the serpent, he had knowledge and everything. And she need that. They'll come with some silly stuff like that. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Because they can't sit there and say, Adam didn't have a job because his job was to till the ground. Right? So they can't go there. So they'll say, well, but you got to give her some type of freedom.
Right.
See? She got to have some type of freedom. She just can't be in the garden while you're tilling it and all that. A woman just wasn't made just to do that.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
They making a way for her to be with the serpent.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That's what the Christian church do. They make a way for her to be with the serpent.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
You're right.
And they'll sit there but they have to convince you of that. You see what I'm saying? They have to convince you of it so that the black man is like, well, what they said makes sense. Makes sense, though. So, you just go ahead and do that, and I just be tilling the ground and everything, and you just do that. You know what I'm saying? This is the same situation when you got a black man that's only at work all the damn time while his woman is in the Christian church.
Mm-hmm.
They're teaching her to be against him. It don't matter whether he got a job or not. He can have the best job it is out there.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
He can have the best job it is out there. They don't give a damn. They're going to find a reason to turn her against him. If they say he got a good job, they'll say, well, okay, we can't strike there. So, okay, does he, on his off days, does he clean the house?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He got one day off a goddamn week. You know what I'm saying? They'll be like,
damn.
So, does he clean the house? And she like, well, during his off day, he just pretty much sleeping. This brother's working 12-hour days, 6 days a week. Like, well, he usually like sleeps on his off days, or if he ain't sleeping, he's watching basketball and football. They're like, see, look, he should be helping you out around the house.
Mm-hmm.
They'll do that. He should the way they'll make it the way he should work 12 hours. 6 days a week, and on Sunday that he has off, he should be helping around the house. You see what I'm saying? That one day that he got off, because he's so damn tired and exhausted, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. They'll say he should be cleaning the house. You know what I'm saying?
Right. That's right.
That's how evil the damn Christian church is. This is how they destroy black men.
Right.
The black man is a damn head regardless.
Damn right.
Let's get this understood.
Damn right. Damn right.
I'm going to take a break right quick. You take over the class for a second. Officer Lakashwana. About a good 5 minutes.
What the officer said was very heavy, because you a slave when you at work on your job, and you a slave under that white man. Then when you go home, you got to be a slave under your woman. Like, goddamn. Well, no wonder why your father turned into a drug addict. No wonder why your father out there homeless, sleeping outside under a bridge somewhere. Because it's better to sleep outside than to sleep in the bedroom with your mother. Because he can't handle it, man. He is slave 24/7. The Christian church teaches the black woman to snatch the balls from the black man. And when you come inside the ISUK, you learn to get your balls back. That's why women hate us so much in the ISUK. That's why they always ask, why you bash on women so much? Why do y'all talk about women so much? We talk about everybody. But the black woman just, she been trained in the Christian church to take no correction from a black man. But if she take correction from the white man, it's to do it because she want to keep her job. She gonna talk sweet to the white man because she want to keep her job. But if a black man come and correct her for something that the Christian church is teaching her, the black man is out of control. Now she get to yap her mouth and run off and shit. She get to pull her phone out and call her grandmama, call the pastor, call the church members, and they all on the phone on three-way on the phone while she sitting next to you cussing you out, and then you got 3 other people on the phone cussing you out at the same time. A black man can't take that, man. No wonder why he fell out. No wonder why that woman snatched the courage away from that black man. And why he fell out, now he doing drugs. Goddamn. That's why I look at these men in the Isupk something strong, man. Because with all the things that the black woman learned through the Christian church, how could you not fall out and do drugs? I understand. But goddamn, man.
Right. That's heavy right there, you know. And that type of mindset does bring brothers into drug use. You see what I'm saying? This is the purpose of the white man. That oppression that's going on out in the world and inside the house. He figured he needed escape.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
And he mess around, start doing drugs to escape. And the woman, see that he doing drugs, either she'll do, a lot of times she'll do 2 things. 1 or 2 things. Either she'll start doing drugs too, or she'll sit there and say, see, look, this nigga a damn drug addict.
Right. Damn right.
You see what I'm saying?
Damn right.
I can run the house, and she'll go right to the Christian church and say that nigga's a drug addict.
Damn right.
You see what I'm saying? And get justification in her wickedness from the Christian church.
Damn right. Damn right.
You see what I'm saying? That's what she'll do.
Right.
Or like I said, with the first thing, she'll sit there and do drugs with him and still go to the Christian church. And that whole Christian church will blame him for her being on drugs and him being on drugs and the whole destruction of the damn house. You see what I'm saying? Okay, let's go. So what verse you at?
Verse, the second half of verse 24.
Okay, go ahead.
And through her we all die.
And through her we all die. Let's get this understood, man. From the woman comes sin. And through her we all die. You see what I'm saying? So what does that mean? A man has to be firm and strong in his damn correction towards his woman. And he has to be firm and strong. Well, she's going to go in the way of the damn dodo bird. And she's going to leave your house in the way of the dodo bird.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
You got to be strong and firm. And you got to. You don't have a choice in this matter. Go ahead.
Verse 25. Give the water no passage, neither a wicked woman liability to guide aboard. So like liberty to guide aboard. Guide abroad. So like,
okay. Don't give a wicked woman liberty to gad abroad. You know that this woman is wicked. You're raising a daughter or whatever. And you know that the daughter, she, don't give her liberty to go wherever the hell she damn wants to. You see what I'm saying? Or a brother have a wife that, you in a state of getting this woman right. Don't let her just go every damn where she damn wants to and all that. But that's what the Christian churches say. Well, you got to give them some freedom. They got to have freedom.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? The Bible says something totally damn different.
Damn right.
You see what I'm saying? It says the direct opposite. The Christian church is set up to be the opposite of what God says, while claiming to be of God. You see what I'm saying? That's the whole Christian church purpose right there. Go ahead.
Verse 26. If she go not as thou wouldest have her.
Okay, wait a minute. Let's drop that. That's for another topic right there. We'll drop that one for right now. Give me Tobit, the 2nd chapter and verse 11. The white man is the devil that the Bible speaks of. Black, Hispanics, and Native Indians get away from their philosophy. They can't tell you how to rule a house. They can't tell you how to raise your children. They can't tell you any damn thing other than how to be a damn good slave to them and waste away yourself. The white man is your enemy. Let's get that understood. Go ahead.
Tobit, chapter 2, verse 11. And my wife Anna did take woman's work to do.
Hold on. Now, Tobit said that his woman, now what was going on during the time of Tobit? For time's sake, I don't have time to go ahead and break that fully down, but what was going on in the book of Tobit, right? Tobit was of the tribe of Naphtali, and they were moved and took in captivity with the Assyrians. He was in the land of Assyria, and all of their goods were confiscated. You see what I'm saying? By the Assyrians. So that means Tobit was made poor. And in the Assyrian Empire, Tobit couldn't get a job. You see what I'm saying? Tobit could not get a job inside the Assyrian Empire, right? And they even made it a law to where you couldn't even bury your dead. If your dead got slain and got killed, you had to leave them out on the surface. You see what I'm saying? To be ate by all types of animals or whatever the case was. You had to leave them out there. That was a law in the Assyrian Empire. Give me some more.
Come. Verse 12. And when she had sent them home to their owners, they paid her wages and gave her also besides a kid.
Let's stop there. All right. What happened was she did the work of a housemaid. You know what I'm saying? She did the work of a housemaid and kept Assyrians' houses. Just like what black women have done here historically in America. Tobit's wife did the same thing. Tobit didn't have a job. You see what I'm saying? Right. Tobit couldn't. He couldn't work. He didn't work, and on top of that, he was made blind when the doves dropped dung on his eyes. He was also handicapped. You see what I'm saying? And couldn't work. You see what I'm saying? And had all the goods and everything confiscated that he had. His woman went out to do women's work. But did she sit there and say, well, you know what? I should have rulership over the family because I'm the only one working. She didn't do that. You see what I'm saying? She never did that garbage. So black, Hispanic, and Native Indian woman, you ain't got a damn excuse. Why you sitting there claiming to be godly?
Right.
In the Christian church, with your office job, with your white boss who deep down inside you really desire.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But to you holding it down. You know what I'm saying? You holding everything down, you know what I'm saying, inside the house, and he ain't nothing because, you know, he can't work at this time. You see what I'm saying? He can't find a job, or he just physically can't work at the time. You use this as an occasion to usurp authority over him, which the Bible tells you not to usurp authority over a damn man.
Right.
The man is your head regardless. It don't matter whether he has 2 cents in his pocket or he has $2 million in a bank account. It don't damn matter.
Damn right. Damn right.
These things ain't conditional. And this is what the Christian church trying to get you to do. They trying to get you to make you think that the rulership of the man in the house is conditional. If he's doing this, then he can rule the house. If he's doing that, then he can rule the house. But if he falls short in any area, see that makes provision for the woman to usurp him. Because see, even though he's working, you know what I'm saying, and making a lot of money, even though that he's, you know, doing all this and that and providing, he's doing all that, he left the toilet seat up. You see what I'm saying? And he keeps leaving the toilet seat up. They'll use that as an occasion for the woman to sit there and be like, well, he always leaves the damn toilet seat up.
Right.
He always leaves the toilet seat up. If that nigga can't raise down the Christian pastor will say, if that nigga can't raise the toilet seat down, he don't have respect for you. He doesn't care about you at all. If he doesn't even consider enough to let the toilet seat down. If he can't do that, you know, he ain't loving you like he's supposed to. He's not loving his queen. He's not not loving, his woman because he won't. They'll make a gigantic issue about that damn toilet and eventually give her rulership over the house because of the goddamn toilet seat.
Right.
That's what they're there to do, because when she gets rulership of the house, then she gets rulership of the banking and the finances. Because that's, they want that too. You see what I'm saying? They want that little joint, everything with the joint bank account somewhere. She can go and get all kind of money where the pastor be like, oh, sister, we need $1,000 for this thing that we plan on doing, sister. Now she go right on into the joint bank account. They got $3,000 in the bank account. She take $1,000 out. Now they left with $2,000 and all that. He look at the bank account, wonder where the hell this shit's going. You know what I'm saying? It's going to their Christian church. Next thing you know, the Christian pastor got a new pair of gaiters on.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
And if I could, with the woman, with her and her salary that she making, and the man doing what he making, say she making more than him. She thinks she over him because she making more money. And then when it's time to pay the bills and section out the money and the money go here and there, and then the man try to tell his woman, like, baby, I think we should have put the money towards this, because, if you keep going out there buying shoes and keep getting to pass the money, we're not going to have enough to pay the bills. The next thing you know, the goddamn lights out. Now y'all know.
Right.
Now y'all in the house cold as hell because ain't no goddamn electricity. We got to stop lying to our women, man. Just like the Christian brothers, that's all they do is lie to the black woman. That's like if my car break down and I take it to an auto part and they tell me they don't want to upset me, so they tell me there's something wrong with the tires, but there's really something wrong with the engine. How the hell my car supposed to get fixed? That's the same thing with the black woman. You got to tell her what's wrong for her to get fixed, man. And y'all, we got to stop lying to our women. You got to stop lying.
Right. And what he means by lying to the women is making her think she should be heading. She should be leading.
All right.
That's the damn lie.
Right.
That's the lie right there. Is making her think that she should be in charge by any shortcoming that you have. She should be in charge. Because see, let me let you in on something. And that day of judgment, when you go to, give me Daniel chapter 7 and verse 9. Let me show people something. You know what I'm saying? We'll start at Daniel 9, the chapter. What I'm trying to get at is actually after that, a little after that. But we'll, just to get us in the realm, give me Daniel 7 and 9, because I don't give a damn. The sisters are going to be judged too. Give me when they say the book should be open. You know what I'm saying? Huh?
You said it. Where you want to go?
Go to Daniel chapter 7 and verse 9. I want that part where we'll start at 9, right? Give me. Let me see. Go 10. Go about 10. I want that part when it says that the book shall be open. Right. Go and give me that verse.
Daniel chapter 7 verse 10. A fiery steam issued and came forth from being sloppy. Came forth before him. Thousands minister unto him. Then 10,000 times. Then 10,000 stood before him.
10,000 stood before him, right? They stood before him. Go ahead.
The judgment was set.
Go ahead. Give me some more.
And the books were open.
The judgment was set and the books were open. Now, think about this day coming, right? Now, you got the Most High sitting there and the books being open because he's in the seat of judgment, right? So, if the woman listened to the Christian pastor and usurped her man the whole damn time, when, even if her man had shortcomings, she claimed to be in the truth. He wasn't in the truth. He lost his job. He's such and such, and he did this, he did that, right? And she used that, and she listened to the leaders for her usurping over him and all of that, right? When in her conscience, she know that shit was wrong. She know it was wrong. Mm-hmm. Guess what?
Damn right.
That's going to be recorded.
Right.
Of course, the Most High is going to see be like you didn't such and such with the man. But see, understand something, right? Even though Adam didn't check Eve concerning the thing with the serpent in the garden, Eve was judged also.
Right.
He spoke to Adam, Eve, and the serpent. Give me the book, shall be open.
The judgment was set, and the books were open.
The woman's damn rebellion against her damn man is going to be in the books.
That's right. Damn right.
And she going to get hit. The punishment ain't going to go on her damn man. We got to start thinking of judging things like the Most High judges things.
Right.
Go back to the Garden of Eden.
Right.
Go back to the Garden of Eden, and what you'll find is when the Most High said, you know, Adam, because you listened to Eve, you listened to your wife, this shall happen to you. And he said, he went right to the woman and said, since you such and such a, this will happen to you. I will greatly multiply thy sorrows and conception. She got judged. Then he went to the damn serpent and judged the serpent too. The Most High don't just put the bag on one.
Right.
Everybody that's guilty gets judged.
Right.
Give me some more on that.
Damn right. Verse 11. I beheld, then because of the voice of the great words which the horn spake.
Oh, drop that. We're just, yeah, that was the only point that I wanted to make on that slide. That was the only point, you know, with the books being open. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Which is recording acts on the earth. You know what I'm saying? A woman and a man rob a bank together. You know what I'm saying? They just gonna sit there and tell the woman, they gonna tell the black woman, no, you just go on. So we understand. He gamed you up and all that. You know what I'm saying? Would a just judge do that?
Right.
He'd be like, well, he gamed you. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, let's give another thing also. Acts, the 4th chapter. Let's prove this even further. You know what I'm saying? Because fake Israelite groups in the Christian church will make you think that the judgment was taken off the woman and all that. You know what I'm saying? Let's go to Acts, the 4th chapter. And let me see. Let's go to this is the go ahead, give me we'll start at the first verse.
Come on, God. Acts chapter 4 verse 1. And as they spake unto the people.
Acts chapter, start at the, Slaki, my bad, brother. The 5th chapter.
Come on, God. Verse 1. Acts chapter 5, verse 1. But a certain man named Ananias with Shipra, his wife, Sapphira, his wife, sold possession, and kept back part of the price. His wife also being privy to it, and brought a certain part and laid it at apostles' feet.
Why did they mention the wife being privy to it? The decision was the man's, right? The man was in error. You see what I'm saying? She was held at a responsibility level too. That's why I mentioned her. Go ahead.
Verse 3. But Peter said, Ananias, why hath Satan filled thine heart to lie to the Holy Ghost, and to keep back part of the price of the land, whilst it remaining? Was it not thine own? And after it was sold, was it in thine own power? Why hast thou conceived this thing in thine heart? Thou hast not lied unto men, but unto God. And Ananias, hearing those words, fell down and gave up the ghost. The great fear on all them that had came upon all them that heard these things. And the young man arose, wound himself,
wound him
up, and carried him out and buried him. Verse 7. And it was about the space of 3 hours after, when his wife, not knowing what was done, came in.
She didn't know that her man was dead, right? But she knew about the possession that was sold and the part of the money that was kept back, right? Now the man is dead, right? He fell dead when he heard those words. Now let's see about his wife, right? Let's see, the Lord just said, rubbed her on her head and was like, you just go on somewhere. It was all your husband's fault. You know what I'm saying? We'll see if the Lord did that.
Acts chapter 5, verse 8. And Peter answered to her, tell me, whether ye sold the land for so much? And she said, yea, for so much. Then Peter said unto her, how is it that ye have agreed together to tempt the Spirit of the Lord? Behold, the feet of them which have buried thy husband are at the door, and she carried thee out. Then
shall carry thee out. Take your time.
And shall carry thee out. Verse 10. Then fell she down straightway at his feet.
She fell down straightway at his feet. Let's see if she was bowing, or whether she was dead. Go ahead.
And yielded up the ghost.
She yielded up the ghost. I mean, she died.
Damn right.
You see what I'm saying? So now, do the Lord only just put... Now, you listen to your Christian pastor, right? And you try to put everything on the man, right? But what the Christian pastors won't tell you is that you will die behind the transgression. Damn because right. What he going to do, he going to drain all the money out of you that he can before you die. You see what I'm saying? If your man is dead and you have all of this, you have, whatever your man left you, the Christian pastor's job is going to be to make sure that he gets as much of that as he can until you die. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, right. He's not going to sit there and say, well, damn, your husband died this way, sister. And then he'd look at the characteristics of her husband and be like, man, we were wrong. And our error caused the death of your husband, sister. We got to get this thing right. You see what I'm saying? He won't do that. You know what I'm saying? He won't sit there and talk about, the husband's high blood pressure from arguing with her over their doctrine that slams him. You see what I'm saying? And him having a heart attack behind that. They won't talk about that. You see what I'm saying? They'll say, well, brother such and such, he just passed. He didn't even go to their damn church and all that. But they like, well, sister such and such's husband, brother such and such, who ain't been in that church in 20 years, but he just passed. And, such and such, and then they're going to be worried about the money that he gave to her, you know what I'm saying? And then they're going to come to her, well, sister, because they know that she got a nice old lump, she got a good package coming. They like, give to this church. You see what I'm saying? And when she's done and gone, when she's done drained out and done bleeded out all his money, next thing you know, she get a foot cut off, she get a leg cut off, and she's in the hospital and she dies too. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, right. And then it's just business as usual for the Christian church. Then they go to the next couple. You see what I'm saying? And do the same damn thing. The Christian church is a damn death factory. That's why with the Christian church, when you go into the Christian church in the summertime and they have the fans sitting there in the little slot and all that. You know, those Christian fans with the little paper and the little wooden popsicle stick hanging from the back of the goddamn thing. You ever notice that it's always the advertisement for a damn mortuary, a funeral home? It's always the advertisement for that. Hell, why couldn't the damn thing come? Why couldn't the fans come from the chicken place? You know what I'm saying? Why couldn't the fans come from any other business? Hell, why can't it just be a goddamn fan? You know what I'm saying? It's a fan with a funeral home on it. Give me Proverbs 21:16. I'm going to tell you why it's always a funeral home on the damn fan. I'm going to let you know why. Right? I'm going to let you know exactly why it's always a funeral home on those fans that you get, that you fanning yourself with when you sitting in the Christian church. It's only made of paper, staples, and a damn popsicle stick. Go ahead.
Proverbs chapter 21, verse 16. The man that wandereth out of the way of understanding shall remain in congregation.
You can read that slow. Read it slow.
Verse 21. Slide. Proverbs chapter 21, verse 16. The man that wandereth out of the way of understanding shall remain in the congregation of the dead.
Of the what?
Of the dead.
Of the what?
The dead.
Now you know why it's always a funeral home on your fans that you get when you're in church. That is the congregation of the dead. You see what I'm saying? So now, let's go back into the scripture again. Go ahead.
Take from the top.
No, not from verse 1. Take it from the top of that verse that you, in Acts.
Oh, slide.
Go to verse 9. Verse 9. Take the top of verse 9.
Acts chapter 5, verse 9. Then Peter said unto her, How is it that ye have agreed together to tempt the Spirit of the Lord? Behold, the feet of them which buried thy husband are at the door, and she carried thee.
Take it word by word.
God. And shall carry thee out.
And shall carry thee out to do what? Go ahead. Go ahead. And what happened after that? Go ahead.
Verse 10. Then fell she down straightway at his feet, and yielded up the ghost. And the young man came in, and found her dead, and carrying her forth, buried her by her husband.
Right. You see this? She died too. You see what I'm saying? The Most High judges both. The man and the damn woman. The man, of course, gets judged as the head. But the woman, following the counsel of the man, when she know that it's not right according to the Bible. You see what I'm saying? Because her mind was on the lust. She probably was saying to him like, well, baby, you know we got to keep for such and such and for this and that. You know we got to do this and we got to do that. You see what I'm saying? When they sold the land that they damn had. It was time for them to roll, in the truth now. And part of her influence led to this damn decision right here. You see what I'm saying? And when he was in error, it wasn't her job to teach him, but to be like, her job was to be like, baby, well, you should be selling everything right now. You see what I'm saying? Her job was to do that. When a woman corrects a man, it should be, she should see what's hurting, what has the possibility to hurt the family. Not judge based on, her, love for America and all that, because that's what they doing. They, well, baby, you need to do this and to do that. And that be based on their love for America. But it should be based on the love for the Lord. You know what I'm saying? for the reason why she'll come up to him and be like, maybe we should sell all the stuff. You see what I'm saying? Not just sell some of it, you know what I'm saying, and not keep back a part of the money and all of that. You know, this is the time to give everything because the Spirit of the Lord was there, hardcore and thick. They were seeing the miracles. They were seeing people being raised from the dead, people being, all types of healings, and the power of God was made manifest right for them, right at that moment. You see what I'm saying? It wasn't a time for carnality. You see what I'm saying? But my point is that woman got judged too.
Damn right.
You see what I'm saying? It's funny because she winded up on a slave ship, didn't she? But saw the man fault, then why in the hell wasn't slavery just made up of men then?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Why she go too? Why was she thrown on the damn ship too? Right. The slave ships, if everything's a man's fault, then the slave ships should only be made up of men. You see what I'm saying? But now you black women will sit there listening to the damn white woman, and the white man will sit there and even bring accusations against the Lord. You'll even do that. You see what I'm saying? Like you never should have been judged or punished. Which is far as hell from the truth. Now, let's go back. Give me Kings, 1 Kings 21 and verse 1.
First Kings chapter 21 verse 1. And it came to pass after these things that Naboth, Naboth and Jezreelite, had a vineyard which was in Jerusalem. Jezreel, hard by the place of
Hold on, let me find where you at. Okay. The boss, the Jezreelite, had a vineyard which was in Jezreel, hard by the place of Ahab, king of Samaria.
Take it from the top.
Right, take it from the top.
First,
slow. Take every word for word. You know, isolate the words.
1 Kings chapter 21 verse 1. And it came to pass after these things that Naboth and Jezreelite.
The Jezreelite.
Slow. Naboth the Jezreelite had a vineyard which was in Jezreel, hard by the place of Ahab, king of Samaria.
Now he had a place that was hard by. It means right up against it, right? Right close to it, right near it, right? Go ahead.
Verse 2. And Ahab spake unto Naboth, saying, Give me thy vineyard, that I may have it for a garden of herbs, because it is near unto my house. And I will give thee for it a better vineyard than it. Or, if it seem good to thee, I will give thee the worth of it in money. And Naboth said to Ahab, the Lord forbid it me, that I should give it inheritance of my fathers unto thee. Verse 4. And Ahab came into his house heavy and displeased because of the word which Naboth the Jezreelite has spoken to him.
Now, this is a effeminate mindset. Just because this man didn't give him his inheritance, didn't let him buy. This man couldn't be bought on his inheritance and all of that. Now he go back all sad and all that. That's a symptom when you're being ruled by a woman. You see what I'm saying? That's a symptom of being ruled by a woman right there. He come like a little kid. You see what I'm saying? Like an unruly little kid. Go ahead.
For he has said, I will not give thee the inheritance of my father. And he laid him down upon his bed, and turned away his face, and would eat no bread.
Now, just because this man didn't want to give his vineyard over, he didn't want to sell him the vineyard, he goes and he lays on the bed, he all sad and all of that. This is a symptom of when you're being ruled over by a woman. Now, this is the king, Ahab, who is the king of all Israel at this time. The king of Samaria. You see what I'm saying? So just imagine this weakness right here, what type of repercussions that it had. Women were started to be in charge of this kingdom. That's why he's effeminate as hell. You see what I'm saying? He's like a little spoiled little bastard and all that. He go in the bed. He won't let me out the vineyard. Grown ass king. You know what I'm saying? Big and powerful king of Israel. He's laying on the bed. Give me some more on that.
Verse 5. But Jezebel, his wife.
Now, occasion for her to come up. You see what I'm saying? His wicked, evil wife, right? Go ahead.
Came to him and said unto him, Why is thy spirit so sad that thou eatest no bread? And he said unto her, Because I spake unto Naboth that the Jezreelite, and said unto him, Give me thy vineyard for money, or else, if it is pleased thee, I will give thee another vineyard for it. And he answered, I will not give thee my vineyard.
Now go into what Jezebel said in verse 7.
Verse 7. And Jezebel, his wife, said unto him, Doest thou now govern the kingdom of Israel?
You see this? What is she saying? She said, ain't you the king? This is what evil ass women do also. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, God.
The same thing that go on, you know what I'm saying, in Christian churches and stuff like that, right? What she's actually doing is ruling things through him. She said, aren't you the king? Pretty much saying you can do whatever you want. You the king. You got the power. You see what I'm saying? That's what she's saying right here. But in reality, she's ruling the kingdom. A lot of brothers are satisfied with the Ahab spirit. As long as he can feel like he's ruling his house. You see what I'm saying? Ahab was that kind of king. Ahab was the type of king, as long as he looked glorious and he looked like he was in charge, that's all he cared about. You see what I'm saying? He cared about looking in charge, the image. You got to go beyond that. A lot of brothers settle for that, as long as they can put the image that they're in charge. You see what I'm saying? While a woman is running things for real. Same thing that happened with blacks, in the Christian church. As long as the pastor can feel like he's in charge. And a lot of the times the woman that's running the church ain't his wife. She's another sister in the church that has a real good job, right? That has a real good job and puts hella money inside that collection plate. You see what I'm saying? Not only that, but when it's time for an event, she cooks. If whatever position is lacking inside the church, she knows how to fill it. So now the pastor's sitting there thinking, well, damn, now he's like, I got to bow down to whatever she say because I can't afford to lose her. You see what I'm saying? I can't afford to lose her. Same thing going on here with Ahab and Jezebel, because Jezebel was major. She was hella gifted too. She was very gifted in areas and all of that. And Ahab figured he needed her. You see what I'm saying? That he needs her so much. So he's like, well, you know, whatever you want to do, you want to get rid of the prophets and whatever, because the prophets were vexing him because of his bowing down to his wife. You see what I'm saying? That's what he was getting checked at about. His bowing down to his wife. So now he didn't want to check and correct his wife. So now the prophets became the enemy to him. Now he's like, Elijah, my enemy. Now Elijah become an enemy to him. You see what I'm saying? All because he doesn't want to check his own damn wife. So now that lets you know that his wife is ruling the kingdom, right? Mm-hmm. So when the man doesn't take the charge that he's supposed to take, that is putting his wife in charge. Or whatever woman is next. A lot of times it don't even be the wife. Sometimes it be something else. Whoever the most dominant woman is will be running things.
If I could.
Go ahead.
That's why a lot of brothers be scared to come inside the truth, because they can't even watch an Isupk video without their woman. They got to be in the corner somewhere watch an Isupk video, and then they woman come around, they got to cut it off because they scared what their woman gonna say. You watching them again? You watching them again because you know woman is over you. You got the Ahab spirit, and you scared to watch it and come inside the truth and shit because your woman over you. You gotta lose that spirit, man.
Yes, you so do. You totally gotta lose that. You know what I'm saying? You totally gotta lose that spirit. When you in that corner or whatever, what you gotta do is be like, man, look, this is gonna be, because she's putting you in a corner. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? She's dominating what you're not dominating. You see what I'm saying? Like, say for instance, you know, dog, you got the dog right here. You know what I'm saying? This is a corner, right? If she can squeeze you into that, that means she dominates all this.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You're scared to come out of the damn corner because of what she might say because of what you're doing. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? You watching the Isupk video, you're supposed to be taking ground. Damn right. Not losing it and not being squeezed into a corner, because eventually she's going to take the corner too.
Right.
To where she gets everything.
Right.
She playing to win on the behalf of the white man.
Right.
The white man is fueling her to play to win. You see what I'm saying? You playing just to maintain and survive. You see what I'm saying? That's not dominant. She's going to run the show.
Bro.
And all the simplicity that's in her will be brought inside your house. You see what I'm saying? Okay, let's get back to the scripture. Go here.
Arise and eat bread, and let thine heart be merry. I will give thee the vineyard of Naboth the Jezreelite. Verse 8. So she wrote letters in Ahab's name, and sealed them with his seal, and sent the letter unto the elders of the nobles that were in his city, dwelling with Naboth. And she wrote in the letters, saying, proclaiming a fast, and set Naboth on high among the people.
Now, she's able to tell all the people what to do. The people he's supposed to be commanding, she's able to do that. You see what I'm saying? She's sitting there calling a feast. Organizing a feast. You know what I'm saying? Which he didn't even, she's doing what the hell she wanted them to do. Go ahead.
Verse 10. And set two men, a son of Belial.
Means vain, evil, wicked men. She said, do this. Bring them in. Right? Go ahead.
Before him, to bear witness against him, saying, thou didst blaspheme God and the king, and then carry him out and stone him, that he may die. Verse 11. And then men of his city, even the elders and the nobles, who were inhabitants of his city.
Now see, Jezebel had knowledge of the laws. She knew that the penalty behind blasphemy was stoning, right? She knew that, so she had to know some of the Bible. You see what I'm saying? This is why I said I suffer a woman not to teach, nor to usurp authority of the man, because they're going to sit there and see this through their simplicity and their vain mind. That's how they see the Bible. Now they sit there and they have a righteous man stoned to damn death. Go ahead.
Oh, God. Did as Jezebel had sent unto them, and as it was written, and the lamps which he had sent unto them, they proclaimed a fast, and set Naboth on high among his people. Verse 13. And there came in 2 men.
Also, too, this is a part of that type of spirit, is when women proclaim fasts, right? When women be proclaiming fast, let's fast this day. What they're actually doing is they're acting, because you see this in the Christian church all the time, right? And it's always up under the nose of the pastor. You see what I'm saying? Some high-up-ranking lady in the church will be like, let's proclaim a fast. What she's actually doing is usurping power is what she's doing. Because if she can make everybody fast at her, at her command, which the pastor will say, well, shit, I guess this is a good thing. I mean, it's a fast, right? This should be, this is a good thing. This is a fast. But really, it's her making the decision to fast, and she's seeing how many people is going to be in her fast, right? And obey her commandment. Obey her command that is not the king's command. You see what I'm saying? She's seeing how many people that she can make afflict themselves under her command. That's what she's doing. She's usurping authority. You see what I'm saying? That's what she's doing. Go ahead.
Oh, God. Children of Belial. Slide. Am I saying that right?
Belial.
And set before him. And the men of Baal witnessed against him, even against Naboth, in the presence of the people, saying, Naboth did blasphemy God and the king. Then they carried him forth out of the city and stoned him with stones that he died. Verse 14. Then they sent Jezebel, saying, Naboth is stoned and is dead. And it came to pass, when Jezebel heard that Naboth was stoned and was dead, Jezebel said unto Ahab, Arise, take possession of the vineyard of Naboth the Jezreelite, which had refused to give thee for money.
You see this? This is the danger that it caused when a man sits there and compromises his own authority inside the house. Because you know what? The first thing that the woman is going to go for is the next strong male figure. Or figures. If her man is in power, her man holds a high position, right? And she can persuade him, her next sight is going to be on destroying the men that are in some type of high position, right? That are strong. She's going to be set on destroying all strong men. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, right. If I could.
Go ahead.
But what you brought out earlier is what you bring it out was very strong. And did the same thing what you brought out earlier with the feminist movement. They couldn't, you never seen from Genesis to Revelation in any artifact history, was it nowhere where women building up an army themselves and took over territories and nations. They always needed a man to be in power, to usurp him, for them to move forward with their little movement, the feminist movement.
Right. And you know what? And also too, Jezebel's power was also in the men. You see what I'm saying? Because who did she get? She didn't get daughters of Belial, did she? She rose up men of Belial to bear witness against that brother.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? To lie. that were eating at her table, that were eating at Jezebel's table, Jezebel was making another kingdom within inside a kingdom. And notice another thing too about Jezebel. Jezebel wasn't an Israelite. For one thing, she was actually the daughter of a Zidonian king. So what was she doing? She was uniting the nation of Israel to the damn Zidonians, so that the Zidonians will be ruling over Israel. You see what I'm saying? That's what she was doing. She was playing to win on the side of her people. Our women are playing to win on the side of the white man, to take the power away from black men and to join black men to the white man, so the white man rules over both realms, his realm and ours. You see what I'm saying? That's what she's trying to do. You, on the other hand, black man, got to see that and stop it. That's why the only place you should be learning from is the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge. Because we the only ones that have the ability to fight against that. Without that, your woman going to run you. You know what I'm saying? She going to run you either outwardly or she going to run you subtly, like what she was, what Jezebel was running Ahab. She wasn't running him outwardly like, nigga, you better do this. Nigga, you better do that. No, she didn't come at him with anything like that. She came at him with softness. She came more subtle. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But at the same time, was able to carry out wrath upon the righteous men that was of the Most High, while making him feel like king. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. She didn't care. She let him have as many wives as he wanted to have. Whatever pleasures it is that he wanted, he felt good as king. All the nice clothes, all the good stuff going on, you know what I'm saying? While he sat there and let her govern the kingdom. You see what I'm saying? And put to death who the hell she wanted to put to death. You see what I'm saying? Okay. And invite vain men inside the thing. And also, too, part of Baal worship was also orgies. You see what I'm saying? Which also King Ahab turned a blind eye to. Jezebel being with other men. You know what I'm saying? Because that was part of Baal worship right there. Orgies. You see what I'm saying? That was part of it. So he turned a blind eye to all of that too. As long as he get to look like king. You know what I'm saying? As long as he run around with the big fat gold chain on. You know what I'm saying? The crown, the purple, the blue, you know what I'm saying? The scarlet. You know, he good, you know what I'm saying? As long as he get all the feasts come out, he's laughing and drinking wine, you know what I'm saying? He's good. You see what I'm saying? That's the state that the Christian pastor is in. The man is to be the damn head regardless of any damn thing. He's to be the damn head. That's right. You see what I'm saying? He never should have let that bitch govern the affairs. You know what I'm saying? Never. If you're going to put your affairs in the state, in the hands of anybody, you got to put it in the hands of a wise man that has been tried and tested. That ain't going to go for that feminist bull crap either. Now, let's go to, let me see what time check, okay. Now, let's go to Esther, chapter 10, chapter 1 and verse 10. Esther. Let me take another slight break right quick. And you elaborate on some things that we just went over.
Can't let your woman usurp you, man. The man is the head regardless of a paycheck, of who house, of who got the car, or of anything. The man is in charge regardless. See what I'm saying? It don't matter how many kids is in the house and she say you gotta do this, do that, do this, or you gonna be kicked out and I ain't gonna let you see your kids. You are head of the house regardless. Until you get kicked out the house, you are head of that house. See what I'm saying? Like the black woman got everybody on her goddamn side, man. She called the police, man. The police gonna kick you out. See what I'm saying? She got the goddamn television and Oprah Winfrey and all the television shows and Housewives, and she watch all these garbage shows, and she think that's how she's supposed to govern her man. When that's a TV show, man. They watch these TV shows and think that's how they supposed to be acting towards their man. You see your woman watching this House of Atlanta at Basketball Wives, man, turn that off, man. Tell your woman, you got to check your woman on that. She tell her she can't be watching that. Because she watching that. That's all the spirit of Jezebel.
That's right.
Them Basketball Wives, they got men that's very, very wealthy. And they take on the president of looking like they in charge, but really they are not in charge. Just like we just read about.
That's right. Yeah, really they're not in charge at all. They've given the power over to the woman.
Right. Yeah, right.
Okay, now let's go on with that scripture.
Esther, chapter 10, verse 2. And so I go keep going. Yeah. Right, and you just don't let her watch all these BT and all these things. That's just they worried about something where they can be worshipped as a goddess. Where they be able to watch Beyonce and they fantasize about Nicki Minaj and all these celebrities and all these so-called black queen stuff. You gotta cut that off, man. She worried about you watching a basketball game and a football game. Well, you just watching sports, man. And she hating you watching that. But she wants you to sit down and watch Atlanta Wives with her and to watch all these BET awards with her and watch Beyonce giving birth and shit. You can't let your woman come over you and usurp you and take over the house and push you in the corner where you scared to watch Isupk videos because you scared she gonna hit you and abuse you, man. You can't be, man. You can't. That ain't the spirit of the Lord, man.
Right.
And you gotta get rid of that.
Right. Go ahead. Give me that. Yeah.
Esther chapter 10, verse 2.
No, chapter 1.
So 10. So. Esther chapter 1, verse 10. On the 7th day, when the heart of the king was merry with wine.
Now, this, on the other hand, is another kind of king. You see what I'm saying? And it's messed up because this king was a heathen and still did what was right. You know what I'm saying? You know, Ahasuerus was a Persian. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you know, like they say, a broken clock is right twice a day. You know what I'm saying? He did something that was actually right, which the king of Israel should have done. Go ahead.
He commended me human. So how you pronounce it? Me.
Yeah, me
human.
Bista.
Harbona. Bicta. And Abetha. Zitar. And Carcass, the 7 chamberlains that served in the presence of Ahasuerus the king, to bring Vashti the queen before the king with the crown royal to show the people and the princess her beauty.
Now, he wanted to sit there and bring with the, you know what I'm saying, he got his lords, his rulers and everything around in the Medo-Persian Empire. You know what I'm saying? He's bringing them around to show them the beauty of this woman. You know what I'm saying? Of his queen, right? His wife. You know, which he never was really supposed to do that. But, I mean, he was a heathen, though. You know what I'm saying? Heathen, you know, he still had a lot of heathen customs. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what he was. Go ahead.
For she was far to look on.
She was fair.
She was fair to look on. Verse 12. But the queen Vashti refused to come to the king's commandment.
She refused to come to the king's commandment. She refused, right? She decided, do what I want to do. You know what I'm saying? He's in out with a feast, And he called for her to come out, right? And she decided, I'm gonna do what I want to do. I don't want to deal with that, right? Go ahead.
By his chambers. Therefore was the king very
wroth,
and his anger buried in him. Burned in him. Then the king said to the wise men, which knew the times, for so was the king's manner toward all that knew the law and judgment.
Go ahead.
And the next unto him was Karshina, Shetar, Amatha, Tarshish, Miraz, Marasanah, and America, Mimican, the 7 princes of Persia and Media, which saw the king's face, and which saw the first and the king.
Go ahead.
What shall we do unto the queen, Vashti, according to the law, because she have not performed the commandments of the king, Ahasuerus by the chambers.
Now, he said, what should we do according to her? Let's see the wisdom that they came with, right? Let's see what they said. Let's see what solution was done for this thing right here. Go ahead. Let's see whether it was wise or foolish. Let's do that. The man is supposed to be the head regardless. Go ahead.
Verse 16. And you can answer before the king and princes Vashti, the queen, have not done wrong to the king only, but also to the princes.
Right. Wait a minute. When a woman tries to usurp a man, she's not only transgressing against that man either. She's transgressing. A black woman is transgressing against her whole race when she does this.
Damn right.
You see what I'm saying?
Damn right.
Because she's spreading that infection that she got onto other women to do the same damn thing to the men. Right? Yeah. And destroy and wipe out their damn families. You see what I'm saying? And to make your house a slave to white people. And whoever the hell else wants to take a piece of blacks. Go ahead.
But also to all the princes and to all the people that are in the province of the king Ahasuerus.
She sinned against everybody. She transgressed everybody. The big mouth black woman transgresses against everybody.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying? She transgresses against, her whole neighborhood. That's why it's a law in Numbers when it said, and she shall be a curse among her people. Means nobody should deal with this woman on any type of level like that. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, keep going.
Verse 17. For this deed of the queen shall come abroad unto all women, so that they shall despise their husbands in their eyes.
Said, now this decree is when you got one wicked woman, one feminist woman, she will spread that to all the other women, and what it'll actually do is spark her naiveness, her inclination to be beguiled. You see what I'm saying? That's what it sparks in her. Even a righteous woman, she see a whore, and the whore get attention, and the whore's ass cheeks is hanging out. You see what I'm saying? And she gets gawked at by other men, and the righteous woman sees that as she's desired. So, in order for me to be desired, maybe I should show a little cheeks too. Maybe I should show a little breast. You see what I'm saying? I should show the thigh. I should show the camel toe. You know what I'm saying? That's how they start to think. You see what I'm saying? That's how quick it is, because the woman, she doesn't have the same type of mindset as a man. A man can be as quicker to be like, wait a minute, hold on. That bullshit is wicked right there. You know what I'm saying? He can say sharply, that's wicked. I'm not doing with that. The woman is the weaker vessel. She'll see it, you know what I'm saying, and be like, damn, she's desired. She's loved. So let me show a little bit of something too. You know what I'm saying? She'll do that. That's why a man gotta be quick. No bullshit. You gonna sit there and cover yourself up. That's a whore. You ain't no damn whore.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And you keep on going in the way that she going, and you gonna show cleavage and all of that. You gonna be a whore, while at the same time still thinking of self-righteous. That's the Christian church in a nutshell right there. I'm redeemed and washed in the blood of Jesus. Right? But at the same damn time, they got a skirt on that's jacking, the bottom of the skirt is jacked all the way up the thigh, damn near to the ass. You know what I'm saying? Titties popping. You know what I'm saying? Face full of damn paint, war paint. You know what I'm saying? You know, right. Hair full of wacky weave, jump rope.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
They just trying to straight up in tights.
Damn.
But at the same time, they're still righteous. And they man who's clothed and got more cover than what she do, but he ain't in the church, he wicked. But her nasty ass is righteous, showing all the tattoos on her titties and thighs. You see what I'm saying? That's what the Christian church promotes. The man is the head regardless.
Yeah, right.
I don't give a damn what the hell he damn got, or what he don't got, or what he's doing, or what he ain't doing. Go ahead.
Gun. When it shall be reported, the king Ahasuerus commanded Vashti, the queen, to be brought in before him, but she came not. Likewise shall the ladies of Persia, Media, say this day unto all the king's princes, which have heard of the deed of the queen. Thus shall there arise too much contempt and wrath.
Wait a minute. Take that. I want you to take that. I want you to go from when it says the king Ahasuerus commanded Vashti the queen. I want you to go from that, the bottom part of verse 17.
The king Ahasuerus commanded Vashti the queen to be brought in before him, but she came not. Likewise shall the ladies of Persia and Media say this day unto all the king's princes which have heard of the deed of the queen. Thus shall there arise too much contempt and wrath.
This is what that produces. Say that again. The last part, what you starting from?
Thus shall there arise too much contempt and wrath.
Too much what?
Contempt and wrath.
Too much contempt and wrath. Because he was over, what was it, 137 provinces or something like that?
God.
He was over all of that realm. What was known as the whole world, the eastern side of the world. That was known. That was the 137 provinces that was known, was the whole known world on the eastern hemisphere of the earth.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Now, with that, you know, that would have went, because we were scattered in all of these different places, and then, you know, that would have, the decree would have went out, Media Persians being the top dogs of everybody, with the top women doing that. All the other women would have been influenced to do the same damn thing too. And he said with much wrath, right? Now you're going to sit there and have anarchies coming. You see what I'm saying? You're going to have men that's going to be like, okay, so the king is about that, right? In certain nations that you know, specifically Esau. When Esau see that your women is ruling you, he going to come and try to deal with your woman. You know what I'm saying? That the king Ahasuerus, he knew who the next upcoming power was coming. The white man. He knew that was coming, right? He knew that they were second in power to him in the Medo-Persian Empire. The Babylonians were declining while Esau was emerging. He was coming up. You know what I'm saying? Right. So when he said wrath coming, once they see your woman in control of you, they see your woman controls you and controls the kingdom. Now wrath is coming because they're going to see their way to come in. Just like the serpent dealt with Eve. You see what I'm saying? The serpent being the white man. Now the serpent is in the garden also during the time of the Medo-Persian Empire, waiting for a weakness in the Medo-Persian Empire. That was Haman's whole job. Was to translate the kingdom from the Medes and the Persians to the Greeks. Yeah, you see what I'm saying? Yeah, that was his whole purpose inside being in the being inside the Medo-Persian Empire, sitting on the council and all of that stuff. That was his whole deal. That was Amalek's whole deal right there. And the king was wise enough in this notion to notice that, you know what I'm saying, to see it. That's why he said a much wrath coming, because the white man is coming. Once he see your woman is in power over you. Now, black, Hispanic, and Native Indian man, with your woman being in power over you, that's why you have no strength to fight any damn thing. That's why he's totally ruling. Right. You see what I'm saying? Right. That's why he's totally damn ruling. The black man is the head regardless. Don't let nobody sit there and look at you because you got a damn ingrown toenail that you shouldn't rule your goddamn house. What the hell? You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You are the ruler of your house regardless. It don't matter. That's right. I don't give a damn what you do and what you don't damn do. You the head. Take your damn headship. You don't sit there and compromise with nobody for it. The white man didn't compromise when he came and took over America, did he? He didn't sit there and negotiate and compromise any damn thing of himself with the Indians. He made treaties and broke every damn one of them and came in rap and took every damn thing, man. You take back your rulership in your goddamn house. That's right. Take it. I don't give a damn who calls you a damn barbarian or whatever the hell. They didn't, nobody that sat there and gained power did it by being perfect gentlemen and all of that. Nobody did it that goddamn way. The white man never acted like that. He didn't become this so-called perfect gentleman until he started ruling over every goddamn thing. Right. Then he could play it like, you know, he's always been this gentleman and all of that. He's never been that. Right. You look at any empire, watch empires, look at empires. And they came in with force. You look at the Huns. You know what I'm saying? You look at the damn Mongols. You look at the white man wherever he's been. You look at the Arab man. You look at the House of Saud. You look at all of that. They didn't have to just come in all soft and shit. You know what I'm saying? And it comes a time when you black men, you got to take your damn house back. Damn right. Because how the hell are you going to ever esteem a position inside this damn nation you can't even control your own house? As the Apostle Paul said. Take your stuff back, man. Damn right. Give me some more on that.
Verse 19. If it please the king, let there go a royal commandment from him, and let it be written among the laws of the Persians and the Medes, that it is not alternate that Vashi.
Be slow.
Come.
Word by word.
Come. That what's Queen
Vashti.
That Vashti come no more before the king Ahasuerus, and let the king give her royal estate unto another that is better than she.
Right. Go ahead.
And when the king decrease which he shall make shall be published throughout all his empire, for it is great. All the wives shall give their husbands honor, both.
Now, this decree was set out. This was a wise thing that this king did. He set out a decree because he knew if proper order wasn't established in the family, then his kingdom was going to be through. He understood that. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, we sat there and talk about ways to fix the black community. You got to establish the damn order right. You can't sit there and, and have the order where the woman's running things and act like they're going to be in power. It's not going to work like that. That's why this king was wise enough to know this. You see what I'm saying? That's why he set out a decree for women to honor their husbands. Give me some more.
Oh, God. Give their husbands honor, both to great and small.
To great and what? Say that again.
Both to great and small.
And what?
And small.
And small. What does it talk about? The nigga that ain't got a job. That's the small. The great in the black community is the ones that have, good positions. You know what I'm saying? Your Christian pastors, your entertainers, your people that have, good corporate jobs that's in corporate America and all that. These are the great. These are the great among us, because the great among us only have jobs, you know what I'm saying? They ain't ruling nothing, you know what I'm saying? But this will be the great among us, you know what I'm saying? Just like they did that special back in the day called the Black Elite, which wasn't nothing but a bunch of niggas with good jobs. They have to be accounted to the great, as the great in this instance, because we don't own any corporations or anything like that. Read that part again.
All wives shall give to their husbands.
Go back to great and small.
Both
take it from the top.
You want to
take it from the top.
All right. And when the king decrees which he shall make shall be published throughout all his empire, for it is great, all the wives shall give to their husbands honor, both to great and small.
Both to great and small. You see what I'm saying? Now, let me let you in on a little something. Right? King Artaxerxes was not an Israelite, but he was not an Edomite either. You see what I'm saying? He understood because, see, he's not the man of sin. You see what I'm saying? He's not the man of sin. He understood that this weakness inside his kingdom, if the women rule, then that's going to cause his kingdom to be in chaos, right? While the white man, on the other hand, when he's at top, he can sit there and say, women, rule your husbands, and push forth that policy and still be on top, because he is the man of sin. He prospers through carnality. That's why it said Esau's blessing shall be by the sword. His blessing will be carnal. It will be sensual. You see what I'm saying? It will be vain, without faith. You know what I'm saying? That will be his blessing, and how he will get everything. And the kingdom that's established on that will prosper for a specific amount of time, then it's done. You see what I'm saying? Give me some more. Go ahead, go ahead and finish that one out.
That's the end of verse 1.
Small and great.
Both to great and small.
To great and small. Now, who is the small? The small is the man that don't have a job, and the man who works at McDonald's, whose wife works for whatever company, but he's at McDonald's. You see what I'm saying? The man that works fast food, the man that works at Family Dollar, you know what I'm saying? The man that works at Walmart some damn where, stocking shelves, he is the small. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
And it said for the women to give honor to him, who?
The great and small.
It said for the women to give honor unto the great and the small. Establishing order, which for this king and this foolish, and still being a foolish heathen king, was wise enough to understand. Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian man, it's time for you to understand it. You see what I'm saying? A lot of you brothers, a lot of you Negroes don't want to understand it because your rest is in the white man, because you think you're going to get, a piece of bread. He's going to throw you a couple of breadcrumbs when he's on top, and he don't wipe the rest of black people out. Your thing is to hope you get a couple of breadcrumbs for yourself. You see what I'm saying? You are no better than a damn dog. You see what I'm saying? What did the dog do? I let this dog out of the cage right now, and I have have me a piece of food some damn where the dog's gonna be like, you know what I'm saying? Hoping that I would drop a little crumb on the ground.
Right.
This is what state that we've been brought to. You see what I'm saying? And what self-respecting man would want to live as a goddamn dog? Let me tell you which ones do. The ones that sitting there telling other black men to let their black woman rule over them. Those men are dogs. And a dog shouldn't tell no man nothing. You see what I'm saying? A dog shouldn't even be allowed to speak. You see what I'm saying? The Christian pastors shouldn't be allowed to speak, nor should the people that think like them should be allowed to say a goddamn thing. Yeah, let's get any more on that. That was the end of 22.
End of 20.
Going to 22, go ahead.
Verse 21. And the same pleased the king and the princess. And the king did according to the word of Nukem.
Yeah. Now, if it pleased the king, right? Because the Bible also says that the king's heart is in the hand of the Lord and he can turn it either which way. Who turned the king Artaxerxes' heart, Ahasuerus, or whatever we call it, his heart to think like this? You know who did it? The Lord did that. The Lord did that. The Lord turned his heart to establish, to do what? To establish order. You see what I'm saying? Because even though this king right here was he was no Israelite, he was a heathen, he didn't have any great offenses against the Lord. You see what I'm saying? Not like what Esau and the other nations have. Go ahead.
Verse 22. For he sent letters into all the king's province, and to every province according to the writing thereof, and to every people after their language, that every man shall bear rule in his own house.
Bear what?
Bear rule in his own house.
Now this was a law that every man is supposed to bear rule in his house. What does that mean? He's supposed to be the damn authority inside that house. That's what that means. Regardless. And did he say whether they had a job? Did he say that?
Shall bear rule in his own house.
He didn't say whether they should be whether they have a job or not, or whether they was working at McDonald's or not, right. Whether they was working part-time or not,
right.
Or whether she made more money than him or not,
right.
Whether she had Section 8 and he didn't, you know what I'm saying? Whether she got food stamps and he got none, you know what I'm saying? Read that again.
Come on, God. And to every people after their language, that every man shall bear rule in his own house.
Every man on the face of the planet shall bear rule inside his own house.
Right. If I could.
Go ahead.
Black women, they won't let the man run a house if he got a job at the McDonald's or at the Walmart stocking shelves. But if a black man take in women that's working at McDonald's, he treat her like a woman. He treat her like how she want to be treated. How like the Christian church tell her that she should be treated. So why the black woman got to be so cruel to her man? Just because he got a low paying job. God damn.
Right. You know, one of the reasons, just like what I said before, because deep down inside, that's what she really wants. And her comparing you is not based on whether you have a job or none of that stuff. Mm-hmm. She's only comparing you to the white man. Damn right. And she's making an excuse for her lust for him. Right. That's what she's actually doing. If you at McDonald's, you know what I'm saying, and you working 40, 50 hours a week at McDonald's, and she's working 40 hours for some company or something, you know, you making $7.40, she's making, you know, $13, $14 an hour. You know what I'm saying? Megan to say she's making twice as much as you. She's going to boast herself over you because you're not making that. And she's even going to get to the point where she's going to say, well, you ain't trying to better yourself. You at McDonald's, you ain't trying to do nothing. You ain't trying to better yourself. Right. You negative. You all that. And you working every goddamn day.
Right.
You know why? Because she's comparing you to the white man who cuts her check.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? That's who she's comparing you to.
Right.
Go ahead.
If I could, that's real handy. Because the black woman forces and pushes her man to try to get that high position at his job. When they got them motherfucking having sexual orgies for a man to get a high position at a job. So just to please his woman, he gonna turn into a halfway homosexual and do some homosexual shit to get a high position at his job so that his wife can let loose just a little bit.
Right.
She turned him into a homosexual, man.
Right.
All of the doctrine out the Christian church. Turning the woman, the head of the household, and turn the man to a homosexual under his woman.
Right. And see, and when he comes back with that shaved beard, when he's got that shaved beard and that shaved head and all of that, and you know what I'm saying, and he's acting, and he's, got his shirt tucked into his pants and all of that. Now she's starting to rise in her mind and in her heart. Right. Now she's thinking, I'm closer to getting that authority position inside this relationship that I want. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Imputing the power to her God, which is the white man. That's how she's thinking. Mm. You see what I'm saying? Mm. And you know who's over her? Because see, the black woman is not diabolical like that. You see what I'm saying? She's simple. She's not the brightest candle in the box. But the demons that are on her are diabolical. They have understanding of these things. And they are what's influencing her, you see what I'm saying, to do these things. She's not that diabolical. But they, like I said, they are. You got anything else you want to say, officer?
Nah.
Get a time check here. Ooh, baby, pass the time. We are the Isupk coming out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, at the Commander General Yohana. Now, what we're going to do now, let's read the announcements. I'm going to pass the class over to Priest and Officer Nakashawan Banyahawa.
We are the Isupk, started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York City. Rule for new brothers and sisters. When a new brother or sister comes inside the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted on. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has a particular interest and he or she must get permission from the head to speak to her brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. Numbers 18 to 21, Malachi 3, 8 through 10. Mayashu means tenth in the Hebrew. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Give to the treasury department or a teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory, whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations.
Go ahead.
Okay. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black. Boots, shirts, pants, headbands, and scarf.
And with that being said, before I get down, let's rise and face the east. Let's read the Lord's Prayer. We're going to end it with that.
The Lord's Prayer in Hebrew. Abunau. Shabbat
Shemayim. Kodash. Hayah. Shamka. Yahweh. Malakwa.
Taba'ah. Ratazaka. Hayah. Asha. Ba'arataza. Kawa. Hayah. Bashamayim. Lathananaw. Lanawa. Lakam. Ka. Yawam. Wasalakinaw. Kabawakinaw. Kasalakinaw. Kabawakina.
Kabawakina.
Wala'a.
Wala'a.
Tabayana.
Tabayana.
Banasai 1.
Banasai 1.
Abba. Hawashana.
Hawashana. Maya. Ra. Kaya. Laka. Hamalakwa.
Wala. The bar. La'al Walawan. Aman. Our Father,
which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Yahweh. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done. In earth. As it is in heaven. Give us this day. Our daily bread. Forgive us of our debts. As we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation. But deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom. And the power. And the glory. Forever. So be it. So. Amaya Shabbat. Amaya. Barak. Yahweh Allah Shimi Awashah Barak Atham. Kavata. Dismiss.